Dead again!
You know, it's easy to feel like we're discouraged when it's the last fair deal gone down.
You know, I don't really understand why you're so down today.
I put that Deathwhite album on and it made me feel like I was in draconian times. I think we should go listen to it.
Let's go.
All right, let's do it. Thanks for tuning in to Metal Forge Reviews.
Welcome to the Forge!
You are in the Forge now, folks. It doesn't look like much of a Forge.
It's not. We're actually working on that. Hopefully soon we're going to have an actual set that is not this.
Yeah.
And you can stare at other things besides our wonderfully handsome mugs. We should have handsome mugs.
A little micro tower. So, today we are talking about a great American metal band that I really, really enjoyed. I was kind of surprised.
This was a very huge surprise, really.
Yeah. So, Deathwhite's Grave Image from Seasons of Mist. Let's just throw it right to a clip real quick. This is Deathwhite.
Towards the end of the horizon to cast the stone. This is a pathway that runs too long, like a dark road that drags on through.
Cool. So, tell us a little bit about the band.
So this was something that came, maybe it was in my inbox as a suggestion or something. I forget what it was, but I have a massive soft spot for melodic doom.
Yes.
So I'm constantly on the prowl for something new that's going to scratch that itch because I've been into it for years. These guys are from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. They're, depressive, melancholic, melodic doom. But they don't have much of a presence in terms of who they are online. They have a little bit of a shrouded in mystery thing going on. All their promo pics make them look like, I would think, a black metal band. They're all kind of covered and we don't really know who they are.
And stuff.
Yeah, but I mean, I feel like that's kind of neat in terms of no band in this genre has really done anything like that.
Yeah, right. And I know that you were into, you like it when bands kind of approach it in, that mystical
I do.
way. So.
And it was kind of cool because it's, for such a human thing to talk about in terms of, really emotional music.
Right.
They don't want you to know who they are.
Yeah.
So.
It was cool.
Kind of cool.
Neat approach.
This is their second release. Like I said, I have a huge soft spot for this genre, but they really deliver on this album. And I was really pleasantly surprised to hear they were from America. I thought for sure it was Finnish or,
right.
any of those Peaceville 3 origin stories that you've heard of where this sound is definitely rooted in. It's really, really emotional music, really melancholic. The musicianship and the songwriting. I want to talk about your thoughts?
Yeah, I think it was very guitar-driven sort of music, which is very typical of this genre. Awesome vocals, great clean vocals. I think something else that stood out to me is there's a lot of really cool bass licks.
There are.
Which you don't hear too often. It's usually just kind of, the bass in this sort of genre is usually just kind of underneath, supporting the rhythm. There were kind of some really cool bass ditties and stuff, which I love. I'm a sucker for that kind of stuff. It really kind of gave me, like you said, the Peaceville 3 sort of vibe. 90s melodic doom, death, Catatonia, Paradise Lost, My Dying Bride,
all those things,
Rapture, that kind of stuff, which I was, I'm with
anybody
you.
who takes a page in that book is immediately going to have my attention.
Yes, absolutely.
So, the production on this was great. It was recorded kind of sparse through a couple different studios.
Right, yeah.
The guitar tone and drums are crushing. The vocals are very clear. They're recorded very well. The performances are great. The music was recorded at Cerebral Audio Productions and Mana Recording. And the production was done by Shane Mayer and Art Pies.
Art Pies, too, sorry to interrupt you here real quick, but he was an assistant engineer for some pretty big albums.
I recognize the name.
Yeah, Tombs, Hate Eternal, and Cannibal Corpse, just to name a few. So he's doing some pretty cool things.
Definitely. And then the fact his hands touched this album clearly helped.
Yeah.
And the mixing was done by Shane Mayer at Cerebral Audio, and the mastering was done by the legendary
Dan Swano.
I mean,
To have his name on this sort of album is just puts like, just like the little icing on the cake, man. It's perfect.
when his
perfect.
name is on something, I have to check it out.
Yes.
It's usually worth your time most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
For lyrics and themes, I mean, it's everything that for me makes melodic doom great.
Yeah.
You're having a bad day, you throw this stuff on, you're like, well, someone else is having a bad day.
I'm not the only one.
So it kind of like, it brings you back to earth a little bit, and
Right.
it speaks to you too with the melodic guitars. The compositions are great with that, and they really tie into the theme of the lyrics, which is always gloom, despair, and death and loneliness. But it's introspective. It's beautifully melancholic. It's full of despair and emotion, which is par for the course for this kind of thing.
Right, and at the same time too, it's got that beautiful balance of sorrowful yet like driving and like very heavy. Like it's got that kind of like you can like headbang to it. It's not like a funeral doom record where you're just like waiting for the next riff to happen or something like that.
I hear a lot of discouraged ones. Last Fair Deal Gone Down, Catatonia era
Tonight's
stuff.
Decision type of thing. Yeah, exactly. I really think that the album gets going like halfway through, and not to crap on the first half of the record.
It's good.
You've got to really sit down with the whole thing, because to me, like a couple of my favorite songs were actually I just put one favorite song, "Plague of Virtue." I thought was really
the best song on the album,
standout
in
song.
my opinion.
So if you're gonna check out one of their songs, check out "Plague of Virtue." Right when you think that they're gonna be bland throughout the album, they sprinkle in like really cool stuff like syncopation, counter melodies, and like really like shouty like vocals and stuff. So when you think that like, oh, I've already listened to what, like they pull out new tricks out of their bag, and it's just kind of enlightening to see like, oh wow, like they're trying new things. And the way that they put the album from front to back is just, it's freaking phenomenal. So
It does
great job.
this through the whole time.
Yes.
It starts, it's not a lull. The beginning songs, like you said, are actually really good. It just, man, the way that thing grows.
It ramps.
It really does. And as you're in the middle of the album, you start to realize, holy crap, these guys are onto something pretty special.
Yeah.
I had a few favorite songs from this album. I loved Grave Image. Among Us was amazing.
Yeah.
That chorus, dude.
That was awesome.
Words of Dead Men and Plague of Virtue is my favorite of all of those.
Hands down.
It's all the things that are great about this formula all in one song, and it's new, and that's just great to me. So what'd you give this for final score?
I had to score this high, and I gave it a 4.5 out of 5. I'm not trying to say that it's missing something for it to be a perfect score. I think that their next album, if they keep this up, their next album is going to be absolutely perfect.
Yeah, and I can't wait to hear more from these guys. Maybe we can go check out a show. My family's from Pennsylvania, so that'd be really cool.
Yeah, I'd love to see them live if
that'd
they
be really fun.
play live. Yeah.
So support the band, buy their stuff. They have their album out on Season of Mist. Check them out. I think that you guys will love them if you like this kind of music.
Yeah.
For fans of, we've kind of harped on it before, but it's Catatonia, Paradise Lost, all the Peaceful bands. So if you like that stuff, throw this in your rotation. You are going to love it.
Yeah, you will.
Like, subscribe, support, share around. And yeah, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Stay sad.